Purchase your preferred ticketing option today by visiting lovbneb.com/tickets.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
Demorne Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos as always. We got Demorne Pierson-El joining us shortly here. If you guys want to join in, start him in text line. I say it every hour. Always open for you. 402-464-5685. We're here all the way till midnight, keeping it local, everything local related. And of course, we'll go nationally as well and recap some of the scores when we get to that 10 to midnight section. But until then, it is a Tuesday. And as per usual, me and Demorne Pierson-El will break down heavy on NFL on Tuesday. So before we get here, we'll just go ahead and get things rolling here. Looking at the standings, you got the Patriots at 9-2 leading the AFC East. In the AFC North, it is the Steelers at 6-4, and that's a pretty tight one. You got the Ravens right on their heel at 5-5. In the AFC South, Colts, they had a bye week, and they are sitting at 8-2. The Jaguars, though, have been putting together some runs. They are now sitting there at a 6-4 record. The AFC West, the Broncos, they obviously get a big win over the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're sitting there with the best record of 9-2. Chargers, kind of a couple of games behind them, where they're sitting there 7-4. They got the 4 losses to the Broncos. 2 over in the NFC North, or the NFC, just all together, excuse me. Eagles leading it, also number 1 in the entire NFC at 8-2. In the NFC North, the Bears leading it 7-3 with a -6 point differential. Believe it or not. NFC South, Buccaneers, Panthers. Buccaneers leading it, though, 6-4. Panthers got one more loss at 6-5. And then in the NFC West, it is the Rams leading 8-2. But then you're looking at the Seahawks sitting at 7-3. And then you also got the 49ers sitting at 7-4. So you got 2 7-win teams, and then you got 8-win Rams all in that NFC West. And Seahawks, I mean, outside of that one game, Sam Darnold finally had a game where he didn't look like he was playing up to his standard. You know, I think he had 3, maybe even 4 interceptions in that one. But that was the first time I really saw the Seahawks not look the part. I'm not worried about that team at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they hang on all the way to the very end. With that being said, quick rundown on who's leading in all these divisions. Let's bring in Demorne Pierson-El, the former Husker himself. Demorne Pierson-El, how's it going on a chilly Tuesday?
Not too bad, doing better than you. Won last week, so enjoying that.
All right, easy, man. Yeah, you won. You won the college football picks. To be fair, I did pick the Eagles, but then you picked the Eagles as well, so I just switched it to switch it.
That's your fault.
It is my fault. I should have stuck to my guns there. I'm gonna start making you zag, if you choose to. I got to get back though. It's been a rough couple.
You're not gonna make me zag.
Have you won 3 weeks in a row now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's coming apart. I'm falling apart at the seams. We'll get it back. We'll get it back on Thursday.
We'll see.
Better have to start calling NFL games if it gets that bad. All right, let's talk about the NFL though. I went through the divisions real quickly before you hopped on here. So let's just go ahead and recap everything that happened in the NFL as per usual come our Tuesdays here on the Don't Punt Hour. Patriots stay hot. Just talked about them. Number 1 in their division. Has not had a lapse. How many wins straight is that for these guys? They've
9.
Burner. Yeah, 9-2. Drake May once again looks great. 25-34, 281 yards, 1 touchdown. The Trayvon Henderson game. He had 3 touchdowns in that one. 2 on the ground, 1 receiving.
Trying to tell you, they're the team to beat. Like, I know the Colts are hot, but New England backs it up, and they play the physical part. Like, it's just not. It's just not the same with Indianapolis.
It's hard to say anybody looks better than the Patriots. I'll give you that. It's been week in, week out. Those guys got the longest winning streak. They've been, I want to say it's 8. Yeah, 8-game winning streak for the Patriots. They have not looked back, just been absolutely dominant. Let's see what they have coming up here on the road. So I don't think it's going to slow down anytime either.
Cakewalk.
All right. How many games? I mean, what's the record for the Bengals or the Patriots here to finish the year? So they're sitting at 9 wins right now and 2 losses. Bengals.
What was Minnesota last year? 14-2?
It might have been 13-3.
13-3, something like that. I mean, they potentially can get to that. I mean, I think they probably take 1 to 2 more losses, but they don't lose no more than that.
Well, I think they beat the Bengals. So you're sitting there. If you beat the Bengals at 10-2, then you got the Giants. I think you win that one. You're 11-2. Bills, maybe a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Say they lose that one for the sake of it.
Division opponent and everything like that. They'll still be in first place in their division. It doesn't matter.
Yep. And then they got Ravens, the last tough game on their schedule. Again, even if we give it to them, 11-4, but then I think they beat the Jets 12-4, and then they probably beat the Dolphins 13-4. So I think they get right to that. I think this is a very good Patriots team. Maybe 2 more losses on the books for them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they split one of those between the Bills and Ravens, or just win both flat out. I mean, they've been one of the best looking teams. Moving on, because the Patriots are good. I think we all understand that now. What are the Dolphins doing? Do they want to win or not? They win 16-13 over the Commanders.
I mean, the Commanders been struggling all year. They've been on they're still on their NFC Championship ride last year. Jaden Daniels has been in and out. This year just wasn't their year. They'll be back next year. I don't know. Miami, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Dolphins would be back next year.
No.
Yes, I agree.
No, Miami, I'm not sure. They have a lot of questions to answer this upcoming season. Are we doing something with Tua? Are we not doing something with Tua? Are we trading Tua? Are we? You know what I mean? You just gave him a contract. Well, I think maybe 2 years ago, or at least last year. So they have a lot of questions.
I feel like they're strapped to Tua, and this is total. I don't know, but with all the concussion stuff going on, I wonder if it's like a potential lawsuit if we don't treat this guy well.
No, because I mean it's a performance-based league.
I don't know
if he hasn't had any concussions this year that we know of that have knocked him out or anything like that. Yes, you've been healthy because week in and week out you get your active bonus to play. That's in your contract. So
I'm saying like previous years. I don't know if he's got anything, but I think he just wants to play ball. But I can't figure out what they're doing. I guess is why I'm in the conjecture point, because you didn't fire McDaniel. Now McDaniel, he's got some nice wins for you in these past couple weeks. Like, do you want to move on from him still? Like, what do you think the Dolphins' goal is this season? Because I think they would have fired McDaniel if it was the tank.
That's an unseen question.
Like, does this turn into
because I mean,
they fire him anyway?
Who's the biggest offensive weapon coming out this year? You know what I mean? You don't have no Tyler Warrens in the draft to our knowledge so far. You don't have any Travis Hunters. You don't have any Brock Bowers. You don't have any Genties. So what are you going to do in the offseason? One, how many other guys that you can get in free agency to come down there and play with Tua? I'm not so sure. You have a decision to make with Tyreek Hill. So they have a lot of inward thinking to do before, it starts being sunny in Miami.
I think it's going to be overcast for a while.
For sure.
It's, like I said, I just don't know where the compass is pointing. Maybe it ends up all right, but I have no idea. I thought they would have fired McDaniel. Now you're winning some games. I don't know if you're tanking. I don't know if you know.
If you are tanking, who are you tanking for?
That's just
Like,
it. So maybe they are.
if you were in last year's draft, I can understand. If you were a quarterback looking team. Last year they had some pretty good quarterbacks. No, you weren't in no sweepstakes. This year's quarterbacks, I mean,
Unless they really like Mendoza or Simpson or the Texas A&M quarterback. I'm blanking on his name right now. Unless they really, yeah, thank you. Unless they're really in love with one of those guys, that'd be my only guess. But again, they didn't fire McDaniel, so it doesn't really feel like they're tanking. Maybe they are trying to win games and just figure it out organically. I don't think it's really going to matter. I think they're going to have a big turnover at some point.
I don't think they're done with cutting players or trading players away.
No, probably not. They have a lot of changes to do if they're going to be seriously competitive. Because again, you beat the Commanders, but to your point, Marcus Mariota, he kind of gives you a brutal pick towards the end there to really make it easier and put yourselves in a position to go ahead and win. Packers, Giants, moving on. The Packers, close one, but they do get another win after having kind of really up and down performances from Jordan Love. LaFleur is getting in the crosshairs. The fans want to maybe fire him, although I don't think the Packers were ever serious about it. Jordan Love was 13 for 24. It was not accurate, but I'll be honest. I'll defend Jordan Love in this one. There were some drops balls. I thought Jordan Love actually played better than the stats would indicate. I don't think it was another, man, Jordan Love is up and down. I actually thought he played well. I think his receivers let him down a little bit. There were some drop balls and at times wasn't.
I can't trust the Packers. Like I'm not buying stock in the Packers. On paper, they are one of the stronger opponents on in the NFC, and yet their knees are having a boxing match with each other. I don't trust them. I don't trust LaFleur. I don't trust Love. You got Josh Jacobs that's hurt. We don't know necessarily what his status is. It was a knee injury. We don't know necessarily with that. The Mika experiment in effect. It may look like that Jerry was a genius, and because he hasn't had as much of an impact as he did in Dallas. He's done some things. Don't get me wrong, but it hasn't been to the level of what we seen in Dallas. So I think the Packers are in trouble.
It feels like they're missing Aaron Jones. I mean, for whatever reason, they have. I know he's hurt now, but even when Jacobs was playing, they haven't been able to use him that same way. I don't know if it's the lineman, but that when they had Jones, that team was different. The way they were able to lean on that run game, and through the Jordan Love era, we just haven't really had it. Since he's been out of there, it's kind of whether it's the offensive line, the running back, or just the inconsistent passing that leads teams to load up the box. The run game's just been a staple, and it's been really lacking with these Jordan Love teams. And I wonder if that's the biggest reason of why this Packers team has been this inconsistent, is that is one of their key identities. And since Jones, I don't think it's Jacobs. I liked him a lot when they got him, but again, it just hasn't worked.
I mean, it's just setting up the game. I think they're trigger happy. They're trying to throw. The NFL is in the league right now of expanding its offense. Offense sells tickets. They're in a run and shoot offense. I would probably say 30% of the NFL teams, maybe 40% of the NFL teams are in that run and gun style type of offense, and the Packers are maybe the poster child for it.
Which is they should never be. It just doesn't fit with their identity. Their best football is when they were the 1-2 punch Packers. Even when they had guys like Favre who were just bombing it, they would still get busy on the ground.
You still had a nice running back that they handed off to, and I don't, like I said, I'm not. I think they still get to the playoffs, but I'm not strong on them surviving long.
Yeah, and they're like as good as they are on paper. That wide receiver room isn't really scaring people.
I mean, you got guys that are hurt. I mean, I think your top guy broke his collarbone.
Yeah,
Reed, and I don't think they've been the same since.
Reed was the guy that scared you. There's nobody else, unless I'm mistaken, that really scares you though.
Watson is coming back, but week in and week out, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. Yeah. And not only that, like you don't know necessarily if they're going to use him how they should use him week in and week out. Dobbs, I mean, he's nice, but
they're just good, dude. You know what I mean? Like they don't have that one guy, especially with Reed being out, where it's like you fear that guy because you know you have to account for him every single.
Golden hasn't necessarily like. I mean, he's been.
I thought it was gonna be good too. I thought.
I mean, he might be in witness protection. He's just out of there.
Yeah. Maybe the Packers were right not to draft receivers. I mean, it just hasn't worked. There's been like as good as getting Micah Parsons and that defense has been, it's going to be a real bummer if they can't figure out this offense because I think it's a Super Bowl caliber defense.
That's LaFleur's fault though. Like you got all these pieces. You have a on paper one of the more talented young teams. Everybody always says that. Oh, their team is young and they're so talented. Well, I mean, majority of your guys have been there for 2+ years. You know what I mean? At some point in time, when does it become, all right, pal, you're just not that guy?
Yeah, so the Green Bay Packers are the youngest at 25 and a half. I mean, it's kind of a crappy excuse to hang on to. I mean, it is what it is. You don't have to play the youngest.
Outside of Golden, everybody in your skill position on the offensive side is a veteran player. They've played at least 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Your running back, he's on his second contract. Your quarterback, he's on his second contract. All of your receivers are heading towards their second contract. So they in year 3, 4. Dobbs, I think, might be, he might have been around like the longest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, your offensive line, all right, but tight end wise, at some point in time, I mean, the Rams run the same system and they look completely different.
Yeah, the Rams are doing it despite running back.
The 49ers run the same system. They look completely different. When Sam Darnold was in Minnesota last year and they had a quarterback that ran it right, it looked completely different.
Well, we'll see if they can get it.
And this is an offensive unit that has been together for multiple years. This is not a rookie unit by any means. Majority of these guys has been on this team for at least 2 years. Same offensive coordinator, same head coach, same guy calling play calls, same guys, at least 2 training camps. I'm not buying stock with the Packers. I'm just not. Sorry to all the Packers fans. I know a lot are in Nebraska, but yeah, no.
They got a tough schedule coming up here too. It's Vikings, Lions, Bears, Broncos, Bears, Ravens, Vikings.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. They might have one of the tougher remaining schedules. We'll talk about my Bears. Whether you think 7-3 is fraudulent or not, you at least get a run for your money with those guys. Buy or sell playoffs.
That's a hard buy. Like
right?
that game, like you have to pretty much not run the tables, but you got to at least get okay. You said how many wins they got? They got 7. They're 7-5.
They got 6 wins with 1 tie.
You got to get to 10 wins.
So 6-3-1. I mean, let's see if we can get 4 wins for them.
That's 4. 4 wins.
So tell me a win or loss, because I think you're right. I'm selling because I don't know if they can get 4. Vikings win.
But yeah, I think so.
You get them at home. McCarthy's been bad. The defense is so good; they're going to have a heyday with McCarthy. I think. Lions on the road. I think you'll lose that.
Loss.
Bears at home.
That's potentially
a coin flip.
But it's not a guarantee.
No, not at all. Broncos on the road.
Loss.
Okay, so we got 1 coin flip and 3 losses that we're thinking right now. Bears at home.
It's a division game, so I think they'll split.
Okay. And yeah, so I think they'll split the Bears, Packers. I don't know who gets 1 at home and who loses 1 on the road, but I think they'll probably split that series. Ravens. They get them at home.
Loss.
Then they finished
because the Ravens are starting to come back around. Like they're starting to become the Ravens. Like, and I think Green Bay is a choke artist. Ravens. I'm not even. If it's a hard game, it's a loss.
And then Vikings. I think they maybe beat the Vikings throughout the year, but that's 2 wins over the Vikings. You split the Bears series, and then you lose to the Lions, Broncos, Ravens. Pack your bags. That's not postseason.
It's still 2 games short.
Yeah, I don't see it for them. It's crazy because that was the Super Bowl favorite at the beginning of the year. And again, I get it. That defense is so good. You just assume the offense would keep on going. And after that 40-point game, it's just kind of been crickets. So, with that being said, we'll get to the rest. We got Panthers Falcons up next. The Panthers, they might be onto something. We'll talk about them next right here. Don't Punt Hour, 93.7 The Ticket. We got the morning Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. Talk to you in a bit.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Fight fans, Dynasty Combat Sports returns to the Pinnacle Bank Arena on Friday, November 21st for a massive night of cage fighting action. UFC veteran Derek Minner headlines as he faces Missouri's Jacob Ritchie. In the co-main event, Lincoln's Nate Morrow battles Ashton Caniglia, with Sean Lindgren and Jeremy Small throwing down in the featured pro bout. Local prospects Easton Edmund, Boudin, and Andrew Huffman lead the amateur side. 16 total fights are set for another electric night in the cage. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com or the arena box office. Fight card subject to change.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns, talking some NFL on a chilly Tuesday here in the capital city. As the morning is down there in the biggest city, not the capital though, just Omaha. Down there with the Creighton Blue Jays. No, nothing wrong against Omaha. Love the people. All right, good morning, Pierson-El. Let's talk some more NFL here. Panthers beat the Falcons. Falcons kind of in a tailspin. They're now 3-7. The Panthers hold the phone. They're 6-5. Not only that, Bryce Young, 31 for 45, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, sets a franchise record for passing yards in a single game. Shout out to Bryce Young. I'm so happy.
Shout out to that coach. That coach got the formula. He got Bryce playing right.
People were hard on Liam Cohen when he first got there, but you're not wrong.
He got them playing right. I mean, Alabama quarterbacks, had a rough time in the NFL. They starting to look up.
I never thought about that. These Bama quarterbacks they got tossed through the burner, and now they're all coming through as refined.
The most successful one is Jalen Hurts. I mean, every year he gets a new offensive coordinator.
He's to me gets a lot of hate for no reason. Like, I get it.
People hate winners.
You're number one in the NFC. Like, try telling me that Jalen Hurts sucks. He's like, all right, well, we're number one. So however I'm managing the game, we're winning. So I got
that part.
I'll never take the Jalen Hurts slander. I get it. The numbers, blah, blah, blah. Why would you be yucking the ball down the yard all day if you don't need to? And they don't. But just Bryce Young to throw for 440 yards, set a franchise record for that team, 3 touchdowns. You played awesome. You win 30-27. And then you go to the standings. And again, you're just saying, hold the phone here. The Panthers are 6-5, 1 loss behind the Buccaneers. Can the Panthers pull it off? Because the Falcons and Saints aren't going to catch up to them at this point, unless the Falcons do something crazy. But
it'll be potential. It's potential. It's close. I think they might have a shot with being a playoff team, but catching the Bucs, I don't know. I know the Bucs kind of spiral here and there, but the thing about Baker wakes up dangerous. He can he can go on a tangent for 4 weeks, and you're just like, oh, he's back in MVP status. You know what I mean? He for 8 weeks straight or 9 weeks straight, it was Baker, 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 Baker. He slowed down a little bit, but best believe he can. He's starting to crank it back up. So I don't know if they'll catch the Buccaneers. I doubt it, but I think they have a strong consideration of being a playoff team.
I think. Let me go and actually see what they have on their remaining schedule.
Because I really can't, outside of the four division champions, like, it's hard for me to tell you what it looks like. I know the NFC West is going to be the strongest division with the Rams, Seattle.
They're not getting in. I just looked at the rest of the schedule. They're not getting in. 49ers on the road, Rams at home. The easiest game they're going to have, Saints on the road, but then it's Buccaneers at home, Seahawks at home, Buccaneers on the road.
Oof.
And again, like we just talked about Baker Mayfield, like those divisional matchups, you're going to get the best version of Baker, especially if you're in second place, right behind him. You got the Saints game to look forward to. I don't think you can get another 4 interception game from Sam Darnold this year. I think he even had his team.
I think the Rams just have Donald's number.
Yeah,
I think that's just one of those situations. It just kind of is what it is. Tom Brady had Peyton and the Colts' number majority of the time. It just what it was. Sean McVay is going to play a perfect game. He's going to make you think, and that defense is going to get after you, and they're going to make you earn everything, and it's just one of those games. You just have to play better against him.
It'll be fun to see. But I just,
I couldn't tell you like what the playoff picture is going to look like in the NFC. It's
going to be a party. Let's talk about it.
Like I said, outside of the 4 division champions, I can't tell you who's going to get in.
Well, let's talk about one of those divisions that's close. My Chicago Bears. Number one in the
Potentially,
NFC.
I mean, you still have 2 teams in your division that you have to worry about: the Packers and the Lions.
100%.
You just have to take care of business, and you can squeak by.
Well, they did it versus the Vikings. Like, obviously huge. You get a road win in your division, rare to come by. We can talk about McCarthy played bad, but you know what? You go in there and you win the game. They have Steelers, Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers, 49ers, Lions. So everyone who's saying fraudulent Bears, just wait. We'll all find out here soon.
The 49ers, that's going to be a tough game depending on if Brock is playing or not, because 49ers look good with Brock back. Who else you said?
Steelers is the first one. I think that'll be a coin toss. And then it's
But I mean, that's not a – I'm more so looking at the NFC matchups.
Okay, so
that's an AFC matchup. Like,
let me get you.
That won't hurt you as much.
I'll give you your NFC matchups. So Eagles,
lost.
Packers, Lions.
I think you got to win three out of those 4 to win your division, and that's hard because you're playing one team twice.
Yep. Hopefully the Packers continue on that struggle bus. That'd be great. That'll help their chances a lot. But they're sitting there at 7-3, and they beat a Vikings team again. It's insane.
You get 3 out of those 4. That's a 10-5 team. That should get you a division win.
Yeah.
That should. So it'll be close. They just have to take care of business.
Yeah, they got
10 wins in first season. That'd be something for Bears. Sign Ben Johnson to a contract forever. He might get y'all back.
What do you think the Bears' point differential is? It's just funny because when you look at where the win-loss record,
I'm not sure. They got a lot of one score games though of them winning.
It's -6 at 7-3. They got a -6 point differential.
Ooh.
It's because that one game they lost by like 40 to the Lions, and then after that it's been 5 wins with under 2 minutes to go in the fourth, while trailing with 2 minutes to go.
You just better hope that the better version of Caleb Williams shows up. I think that's going to be the key on how far y'all can go. Are you getting superhero syndrome Caleb, or are you getting a refined Ben Johnson Caleb? That's going to be the difference of y'all being 10-5 or 9 and something else.
I believe, despite the -6, I'll quickly just share my screen here because I do think it's funny. And this is why you guys should watch the streams because they just stick out like a sore thumb. So there's the point differential, and I'll zoom in because it's hard to see on there. So you can see there's only red number in these top teams. It's Chicago Bears at -6. Otherwise, everyone's +65, +86, 33, 100, 115, -6, 63, +101. And then you get to the Chargers, 49ers, and they get down pretty close. But yeah, it just kind of shows you how crazy of a year, especially when you get to the NFC, not just the NFC North. It's going to be a hard year to predict who all makes into the playoffs with not a ton of games here left. But moving on from the Bears-Vikings game, is there anything to talk about with the Vikings? Do you want to talk about McCarthy at all?
I told you it was a terrible decision to let. Told you that was the worst decision of the whole offseason. Of letting a guy that got you to 14 wins for the first time in how many years? Maybe the first time in, I won't say the first time in team history, but the first time in a long time. Yeah. And you let the guy go.
Reap what you sow. Couldn't have said it better myself. Jaguars beat the Chargers 35-6. I know we talked a little bit yesterday. That was the most shocking game I think I've seen.
Yeah. Depending on how the rest of the AFC looks at, I think Jacksonville can be 5 or 6.
Is Justin Herbert overrated, underrated, just right?
I think he gets he's underrated at times. For the most part, he's right on track. But if you look at his stats and everything like that, I don't think he gets talked about enough for a franchise quarterback. And if you're looking for somebody, in this quarterback era, I mean, he's one of those ones that you would love to have.
He's kind of like just about right for me. He's a little bit inconsistent at times too. This year, he's got 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
I think that them not establishing their run game is affecting them a lot.
That's fair. I mean, he's playing good, just not
because if you go off of if they had an established run game last year, like it would look like it did last year. So I think that's just hurting what they want to do. I mean, once they get one of their running backs consistently, but their three running backs are all hurt. The guy from Michigan, Haskins, he's hurt. Hampton's hurt, and Najee's hurt. So you got one room where your first 3 guys up are down. Like that hurts. They've been finding ways to hold on or whatnot, but I don't think he gets talked about enough.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, it's a great point. With the running back room being beat up as it is, you're going to have to lean on that passing game a lot. Teams are going to be as scared as the run game. You're going to have to be thrown into some tougher coverages. I think he's just about right, though. I think there is a well of respect for Herbert in the league.
For sure.
This guy can beat you if given the opportunity. Jim Harbaugh loves him for a reason. I actually want to see it for the Chargers. Like, I think it's a fun team. They just kind of have these roller coaster moments, and now you're just so beat up in that run game. It's hard.
They're so beat up as a team.
Yeah, we'll see. They're sitting at a record of 7-4. Their games coming up here, and again, I think they're second in the standings. Yeah, second. They're behind the Broncos, who are at 9-2. The games they have left are Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos.
They can win 3 out of those and be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll get in. I think they're actually sitting all right there. I think that was a tough game versus the Jaguars, but they should be able to bounce back. Final one, then we'll go to break again. Bills, Buccaneers. I think the Bills are back. I'm not entirely sure, but they looked back in this game. 44-32, a win at home. Baker Mayfield.
It depends on how healthy Josh Allen is and how much running he has to do. At some point in time, and I'm not wishing this upon him and everything like that, but the same way Jackson Dart gets praised and everything like that, we've seen what happened to him. We've seen what happened with Lamar running the ball too much. It's only a matter of time with Josh Allen. And I'm not wishing him hurt. I'm not wishing that in any capacity. But if he goes down, the whole ship goes down. And he is their offense. He is their run game, or at least, half part 2 of their run game. And you better hope, he doesn't get the wrong shot.
He's just got to keep those interceptions down. It's tough to do. I mean, he's that team, to your point. Like, he's taking those shots. It's getting him a ton of points. Also, some of those are 50-50 balls, so he throws those interceptions. But, I mean, he's trusting his guys to make the play. He's sitting there, 18 touchdowns, 7 picks on the year, 63.
They're a playoff team. They're a dangerous team that you're going to see in the playoffs.
But is it a Super Bowl team is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I think they're a good team. I think they'll make it to the playoffs. But
no.
All right.
I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I think second round is where they get tapped out.
Well, with that being said, we'll throw it to break here. We got a lot more games to talk about. So we'll drop it on the Buffalo Bills. Don't go anywhere. We got more NFL to talk about on the other side. Don't punt hour.
Leaves are falling and temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Winter leagues begin on December 1st and are open for registration. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker Watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate or team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at doubleeagle.golf.
Don't be fooled by the typical holiday ads this year. A new car for your significant other is a dream, but not a likely reality. Why not upgrade the current car you have with a detail? This year's hot item is a gift certificate from Nebraska Auto Detail to make your car look and smell fully refreshed again. We all have clutter and we all make messes, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Give the gift of a clean car this holiday. Buy your certificate at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call 402-601-5086 for an appointment today.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hey, Lincoln and the surrounding area. Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts is now open at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G and ready to help you improve your general health. If you're experiencing pain, headaches, or any other issues, give Yin and Yang Acupuncture a call today at 402-480-1014 to schedule your appointment. For those struggling with deep tissue pain or just need an experienced massage therapist to melt the stress away, call Rune Wind Healing Arts at 402-601-9721 and schedule your appointment now. Visit Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts today in Lincoln at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Ready, set, Ford just announced 0% for 66 months with approved credit on all 2025 Ford F-150s at Zollner, Fort Beatrice. Save thousands in finance charges. If your current pickup loan's 4, 5, 6% or more, trade in today and receive 0% for up to 66 months on a brand new 2025 Ford F-150 of your choice at Zollner, Fort Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in. Final segment, Don't Punt Hour. DeMornay Pierson-El, Harrison Harns. You guys are always welcome to join in. A few more NFL games to talk about. We're not going to talk about all of them. I will save you from talking about your Raiders, Cowboys. It's just Raiders season. Not a whole lot going on there. Ravens, Browns. A little bit surprised the Browns were able to keep it as close as they did. But the games I really want to talk about it. You got Seahawks, Rams, Chiefs, Broncos, Lions, Eagles. Which one do you want to start with?
We can do Lions, Eagles.
Okay, Lions obviously lose that one. 9-16. Goff played okay. He had one actually played pretty bad. 14 for 37, 255 yards, low completion percentage, one touchdown, one pick. And then Jalen Hurts, 14.
That defense, I think that defense is just going to turn it up to another level. I think them and the Rams are the top teams in the NFC. It would just I know the Eagles offense, isn't necessarily what it is last year, but they still have that capability and that potency. But their defense will keep you in games, both of them, and it is not to be treaded lightly.
It's insane. It's like the best teams. Like if we're looking in the NFC, it's like Eagles on top,
Rams,
and it's
I'm almost wanting to take the Rams before I take the Eagles.
I'm honestly Rams
they're playing. They're playing more consistent. They have it figured out on offense, and their defense is doing the damn thing.
I don't hate it. I mean, if you want to go Rams, you definitely got an argument. It's just that division is crazy in the NFC West because the Rams scare you, the Seahawks scare you, the 49ers they're knocking on the door. 7-4. They got 7 wins. The Seahawks 7-3, and like you said, the Rams at 8-2. The only other 8-2 team in the entire NFC. That was a great win for the Eagles. Not only to beat, I think, a good Lions team who I don't know where they'd be in the NFC. I'd probably go Eagles, Rams, Lions, Seahawks, if the 49ers get healthy, they jump a few spots. So I don't know who's the best in the NFC. Other than it's a lot
I'll probably go Eagles, Rams, Seattle. Then you can put the Lions probably right there, like at 4.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. The 49ers is another team. I'm just kind of waiting when they can get healthy.
49ers is 5. Like,
yeah.
They're a good team.
I think they're 2 or 1 even. Like, seriously, they're good. I mean, the fact that they're sitting there with the record they have, and it's like every year they pull this off, and it just tells you how good of a coach
The Lions lost 2 offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. Like, it's going to take them some time to kind of figure things out. Like, it's hard replacing those 2 people. On defense, they look a little bit better than they do on offense.
Yes. All right, one more game, and we got to get out of here. Not 49ers. Chiefs, Broncos 22-19. They win it.
I hope the Chiefs do not make the playoffs. I hope. That's all I want for Christmas. I hope. People aren't scared of them anymore.
No.
The Eagles had shown what you do. You hit them in the mouth. You play physical defense, and you got an offense that can score when you need to and everything like that, and you'll be just fine. With the AFC being loaded, they're gonna need some things they're gonna need some stuff to go their way. So, but if they do get in, watch out.
The bad news is there is a path set up for them, but it's not easy. It's not a layup. Yeah, everyone's gonna be not everyone. Actually, a lot of people around here will not be rooting for the Colts in their next game. There's a lot of Chiefs fans here, but you got the Colts. They're playing at Arrowhead, though, but the Colts have been good. I think there's a good chance it's a coin toss. Then it's the Cowboys. I think they beat the Cowboys. Texans, I think they beat the Texans.
Yes.
Chargers could be a good game. Then they get the Titans. I think they beat the Titans. Then they
That's
get
that's 3 games right there that they can win.
Broncos again at home.
And Arrowhead?
Arrowhead.
Potentially. Because the Broncos already got him once. Like, it's going to be another game to come down to it. I think that might be the game to decide if they go to the playoffs or not.
My hope is that it's your Raiders that decide as the final regular game of the season, because get that rivalry matchup.
I don't think the Raiders are potent enough. If AP was coaching the team differently, but this team looks completely different from when AP had them. At least AP had them playing right and still believing, and you got rid of that. So,
well, last year you guys beat them just through pure physicality. I remember. I mean, that was a game, unless it was 2 years ago, but I think it was last year where it was like a blocked field goal or kick. You guys were getting in the backfield, hitting Mahomes. It was like a dominant, war on top of you type of game where just physicality, you couldn't get away from it. I think you're right. I don't know if the Raiders have that this year, but that's the only way I can see it possibly having another win. Your offense isn't going to do it. It's got to be a nasty special teams and defensive win.
And like I said, we just don't have that. So I think if the Chiefs get in there, they'll get in there at the last seed. That's the only way that I think that they get in. I think the Broncos are probably locked in to go.
I think they'll win that division.
Jacksonville is up in there. You can't forget about Baltimore. Baltimore's schedule, they hold their own destiny. Either they can win their division and squeak out with it, they can get it that way, or they can get the 6 or 7 seed. So Baltimore is 3 games away from being 7-5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
These next 2 games coming up are important. They're both, I think, AFC matchups. Baltimore is a team you're gonna have to watch out because they're starting to play like old school Baltimore. They're healthy and whatnot, so watch out for them.
Yeah, and that's why. I mean, if I had to pick right now, Ravens. I think you're finally healthy. I think you get in. Chiefs.
They squeak in there. They squeak in there. I think the Ravens squeak in.
You said the Chiefs squeak in?
No, the Ravens.
Oh yeah, the Ravens. I agree. Look at us. We can agree. This is a good show. There's a lot of agreement in this one. Not always how it happens.
We'll see Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday we'll find out. We'll certainly have some shots at each other. All right, don't go anywhere. Chris Raff coming up next. He's live in studio as well. So be sure to hop on the stream. Stay local right here, 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Harrison Arns. That's the morning of Pierson-El. Don't go anywhere.